Hello everybody, and thanks for joining me. Now today I am not brewing a beer. The other day I was sitting down watching some YouTube, going down the YouTube rabbit hole, and I came across Party Time Brewing. So I've been following him for a while. I think he's out of Canada somewhere. Can't quite remember where at this point, but he's got some pretty cool videos. Now one thing he did the other day was he made some beer gummies. Now this was supposed to be an April Fool's joke, but I thought to myself, hey, what could I do to make some gummy style things? So I decided to make gummy hot scotchies. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I've got the water heating up right now. I've got some grains. I'm going to show you what I'm using here in just a second. But this should be an interesting experiment, and if it turns out to be pretty good, I might be onto something here. So let's get to the gummy day. So here's what's going on for today. All right, so my grains, I am using 5 pounds of German Munich. So I know that's a fairly sugary malt, so I should be able to get some decent sugar out of that. Here's my little thing I bought on Amazon. It's just the gummy bear mold. I got some gelatin, and I'll be using like 3 tablespoons today. Throwing a little scotch into it, so I'm using the Abelauer today. I'm going to probably about a shot into a cup of wort. And then that cup of wort with the shot will go into the mold. And then I got to have a beer while I'm doing this, so I'm just having one of my Hamm's clones today, which is so very tasty. So as I just pointed out, I'm going to be using about 5 pounds of German Munich malt today. So I'm adding about 2 1/4 gallons of water into the mash. I'm going to make it a little runnier. I'd like to get a gravity of maybe 1050 or so. That's what I'm looking for. Might be a little higher. I didn't do any calculations. I'm just kind of throwing this together off the cuff. But I'm hoping for a gravity of about 1050, maybe 1055 at the most. That would be a nice sugary wort, and I think that's going to go pretty good with the scotch, and then make a sugary gummy bear. And that's what I'm kind of looking for here, little sweet tooth. All right, I've reached my strike water temp of 163. I'm going to throw in the 5 pounds of grain. Let's get this all stirred up. And we're gonna let this sit for like 30 minutes or so. And then I'm gonna start recirculating because I want to get this wort as clear as possible for the gummies. All right, I'm gonna put a lid on that and let it sit for 30 minutes. So I've drawn off the wort, and here it is. Still steaming. Pretty nice and clear, and I like the color. I'm going to put a little scotch in this because why not have a hot scotchy while I'm making some scotchy gummy bears. So we're going to do that right now. Oh, really nice and sweet. Very good. Okay, I think this is going to make some good gummy bears. All right, so I'm going to take a cup of the hot wort, put it in this bowl. We're going to mix in the gelatin, get it all set, and then we're going to start put a little scotch, and then we're going to start putting it into the molds. All right, here's our cup of wort. Now, from what I was told, you want to add just a little bit at a time, stir it in, otherwise it'll clump. All right, we're going to get a shot of scotch in here now. Mix that in. Smells scotchy. All right, now we're going to take this little dropper here, suck up some of this, and put it in the molds. The gummies have been put into the refrigerator. I'll let them cool for a couple hours, and while they are cooling, I'm going to take some spent grain over to the sanctuary. Here comes a goat. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hi. Oh, are you getting upset? This little guy just charged me. All right, come here, buddy. Yeah. Okay, so here is the final product. That's the gummy bear. Oh, Brew Cat has come to take a look. What do you think? All right, so we'll do a little taste test here. It's a nice, pretty color. All right, well, I'm definitely going to have to change a couple of things here and try some different techniques. Right now, there's just too much gelatin. So it's got flavor, not a ton, but there's definitely some of the wort flavor there, some of the hot scotchy. And I'm really not getting too much scotch at all, so I think this first batch, yeah, oh, a little bit of scotch on that one. I think this first batch is probably just too much gelatin, or I might need to add more wort or something, but I think what I'll do is I'll do another cup, and I'll add 2 tablespoons of gelatin and a little extra a little extra scotch this time. Okay, round 2. So here is the gummy bear. And it's the same color as before. Now I've done a couple of different things. One thing I did was I put a cup and a half of wort in. I scaled down the gelatin to a tablespoon and a half, and I added 1/3 of a cup of honey to the wort as I heated it up. So I heated the wort up to like 160 or so, then I dissolved the gelatin, threw it in the fridge. Come on. All right, so here we go. Okay, that's getting better. All right, so now I've got a little bit more sugar in it because of the honey, and the flavor of the wort is coming through much nicer. Also I added a shot and a half of scotch. So I am getting a little bit of Scotch flavor from these too. Yeah, this is much better. This is getting really close. I think I could dial this in. Maybe a try or two more and I could really dial this. And I think maybe just up the gelatin to 2 tablespoons, and that would be perfect. These are a little soft, just a little soft, and kind of, not, I wouldn't say gooey or slimy, but they just kind of break apart really easily. That's my cat over there, if you can hear that. Yeah, this is very good. I like it a lot. Much better. Tasting more like a hot scotchy, but a gummy scotchy. Well, that's going to be it. I'll probably improve upon this over the next few weeks. Maybe I'll do an update video when I get it dialed in perfectly, but this right here is a really good start. Very yummy.